Yeah, you know my YouTube channel?
Yeah.
I'm doing a drawing challenge. You know those 10 minute, 1 minute, 10-second things?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Why?
what should I draw?
Iron Man.
Wait, why?
Because I like Iron Man.
Fine. Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. And today, like I said in the intro, we're doing a drawing challenge. So there are a ton online where it's like 10 minutes and like you draw something, the same image in 10 minutes, 1 minute, and 10 seconds. And I'm unoriginal, so we're doing that. So my brother wants us to draw Iron Man, so I actually found an image for that. And let's get started. So this is the 10-minute one. Okay, so the first one, like I said, we're drawing Iron Man. And it's gonna start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So, like I said, we're drawing Iron Man. This is the 10-minute one, which means I gotta talk for 10 minutes, but that's okay. So, the image that I found is actually, I think, from the new Iron Man VR game, which is really interesting. Yeah. So, this part that I'm drawing right now is the left part of the mask. He's actually flying in this. So, I'm actually recording my voice afterwards because I can't talk while I draw. So, um, I would say overall I am a decent drawer. At least I kind of know what I'm doing. I'm not amazing like you see all these YouTubers online that are like just amazing. Yeah, that's not me. I'm still okay. It looks weird now, but it does get better. So this is again the gold portion of the mask. You kind of see the shape. Um, then you got the mouth coming soon. Right. Yep. Right here. Right. And in the Iron Man VR game, he has that kind of line mouth that you don't see so much in the MCU, but you do see it, but it's not as thick. So this is kind of interesting. This is the one seen in like the Iron Man VR game, and as well as I think the new Avengers game, which is really cool. And then, so these parts right here going to be the eyes. He has the glowing blue eyes, and I don't have colors, so it'll keep going like this. Right, so there's this. Then, so here, I'm just trying to make the eyes look better. I kind of color it in to make it look blue, but then it kind of looks hollow, right? Like, so you know how the Iron Man 1 suit has those black lines, but that's because there's no, like, light coming out of it. So it's just hollow. But so you'll see later on. I actually try to fix it, erase it a little. So here's the dome part of the head, and it kind of looks a little strange with the mask, but it does make sense in a sec. I mess around a little with this, try to shape it up. Yeah. So yeah, I erase some bits, right? Try to get it as good as I can because I do have 10 minutes. Here's the circular part you always see on the sides, kind of where the ears are. And then these do pop out, so I kind of shaded a bit here because I have the time to. So it looks all right. You're just adding more indent because the front part comes out, and then the cheekbone parts are actually a little more inward. So that's what that is. Here I am erasing the eyes here, trying to fix up the mouth. I'm trying to make it look as decent as possible. And this is actually not terrible on my part. So I am not a horrible drawer, but it's been a while. I haven't drawn in a long time. Um, I then started to do origami for a bit, and then gave up on that as well. So as you just saw, I was kind of thinking about it, and I had that like piece of tape there because I taped the piece of paper down, and I'm like, oh, I could probably use this for the neck. So this suit from the Iron Man VR game is actually really unique in its design, and yeah, so it has this neck piece, but it's kind of more hidden. It's kind of like a turtle. You know how the turtle pops out of the head or the shell, and then it's kind of black surrounding the neck because you can't see in it. That's basically what that neck part is, and then so this is kind of more the outer armor. Again, this is the Iron Man VR suit. I found a picture online. Um, and it's very unique with its design because it has this metal thing coming out. You see here, right? This part of the shoulder, but then it has another part come out, which you can see with the right shoulder right now, um, where you got the one part, right, which is mirrored on both sides, and then the other part, which you can't see yet. Now, this is me drawing in the other part that is already on the right side. Um, in the picture, it's more evident here that there's some separation. There's like some black spacing, kind of like what you saw with the neck, which I shaded in. I also drew in the arc reactor circle in the center, which is pretty consistent with all Iron Man suits. Now, from this point, I'm actually pretty proud of my drawing here. Because again, I haven't drawn in a long time, so this is my first drawing in a while. Plus, I did the 10-minute one before the 10-second and the 1-minute one because I had the most time to experiment. Um, so yeah, I was pretty proud with this, and it's relatively even too, which is great. So I got the second piece in, and then this is where it gets kind of strange because he's flying in this weird angled way in the picture, and it looks a little strange because like it's his feet look very small, and the rest of his torso is partially visible to no visibility, and which if you actually look at it in the picture, it looks totally fine, but it's harder to put into a drawing without shading. And I didn't shade, so it soon turns out to look a little wonky, which is okay because after a bit I wasn't sure the amount of time I had left, so I just kept messing around, kept looking back at it, kept revising, thinking where else should I go next because I always choose a decent starting point, but then I'm not sure where to go from there. So like you can see here, I'm kind of shaping out the lower half, and then you'll see it really does look like it's shrinking, and that's because it looks, well, it is further away. Um, if you were actually flying and from this angle, the head would be the biggest, and then the feet would be relatively smaller. Um, so I tried to do that. It's not terrible, but it's not amazing either. So yeah, you can see the lower torso. Um, it's okay. It is what it is. I still really like it. The part I just drew in right there, that squiggle thing, that's supposed to be gold, based off the picture. And also the picture, it's a little more blurry in the back, so I was kind of partially making it up. This part I drew in was supposed to be kind of like the knee to the leg, and so I kept changing this part, trying to make it more horizontal, so he's like flying. Um, so I keep going in like that, because it is very difficult to see how it looks without shading, and even with shading, it wouldn't look super great right now because I did get it a little off in the lower part because I had no idea how much time I had. I didn't have a timer on me. I did use a timer on the computer, but I had the image on my computer as well, so it didn't show up. But you can see there that part I just drew in is supposed to be like his one of his feet, and then this is supposed to be the other one, which is supposed to be like much closer than the other one. So I drew that in. It looks okay, but you can kind of see what I was going for. But again, the shading. Um, at this point, I'm just trying, but I really am proud of what I did with the head and the torso. And so I just left the lower half alone, and I started going on the arms because I knew I did check the time here, and it said like 40 seconds left. So I went like quicker than normal for me. So and then I got stuck, but because I kept looking at the bottom and just like what. So I fixed this in the time I had left, but the start of the arm isn't bad, especially with the time I had left. So you can see this is another part of the arm. It kind of comes outward. It's like a gauntlet glove thing, kind of like the Infinity Gauntlet in the MCU, how it kind of comes out. So I ran out of time here, but it was still pretty good. So on to the 1 minute one. And the timer has started. This is the 1 minute one, so this one's much faster. I'm actually talking faster in this one because it's much faster. But when I was first doing this, I did the 10 minute beforehand. So this one, it was like much easier. I knew what I was doing, so I just rushed into it. But I did overestimate how long a minute really, actually, truly is. So I'm still trying to get detail in when I really should have moved on by this point. But you see, I'm still kind of doing it. I think I even erased something at one point because I didn't like it, which is a big no-no with this amount of time. Yeah, see here? Maybe. Yep. Erase. So I'm going rapid. But not rapid enough. Again, I thought I had more time. It's still not terrible. I get kind of the similar mask design that I had in the last one. And at this point, I thought I still had like 30 seconds, so I kept going, and then just then, here I'm like thinking, and then it goes off. I'm done. So next is the 10-second one. Okay, 10-second challenge. I'm not even gonna count it down because it's so fast. So 10 seconds. I knew this was quick, so I just drew. You can see I just drew a circle, random details. Drew this. I didn't even connect it to the other part of the mask. I drew this, and then you see how rough I colored it in, and then boom, time was done. Then that was the 10-second part of the 10 thingy challenge. Cool. Okay, so now that the challenge is over with, let's compare them. So this is the 10-second one. As you can see, with the eyes, I didn't even connect it here, right, with that line, like you'll see in the next ones. This one was super rough, no design, like I missed this arc reactor, and you can see how the shading for the neck part, it's so bad. It's so messy. This was the 10-second one, and it was just kind of wonky, but it was 10 seconds, so I'm not complaining. So it wasn't terrible. This next one is the 1 minute one. Now, it's not bad at all. Okay? It doesn't look terrible. It's a decent mask for 1 minute, but again, I overestimated that 1 minute. Like, crazy. And you can see, like, I missed the entire body. Even the neck, I couldn't even get that in. And so, it was a decent helmet, but it wasn't a decent Iron Man. And so, yeah. So, and most of all, this one is the 10-minute one. And by far, this one is the best. And, well, obviously, because it was 10 minutes long, and you can see, like, even I'm trying to adjust the camera right now so you can get the perfect view, but, like, as you can see, I miss the arms, which I probably should have put more focus on, but you can see me kind of filling it in right now. That's how it would have looked. It's kind of like this armor gauntlet coming out, and it's like that in the game. Some of it's shaded, but, like, this point that I'm pointing to, this is supposed to be the knee for one of the legs. So overall, it was still a little messy, but I'm definitely proud of most of the Iron Man, and I would have loved to just finish it and get all of this stuff in order. So yeah, this was the 10-1-10 challenge. So that was me doing the 10-minute, 1 minute, and 10-second challenge, and I mean, overall, this was super fun for me. It took forever to set up, so where I could like record from like top down. I had to figure out how to do that, but besides that, it was so much fun. I haven't drawn in such a long time, and today was one like the first day in so long that I actually did it, and I think it went pretty well. So I'm glad I did this video, and if you guys would like it, comment down below, and I'll do another one, because this was so fun. And if you do want one, just let me know what type you want, or like what you want me to draw, because this idea was my brother's, but I'm willing to draw anything. This was fun, and I will see you guys in the next one. Hey, if you liked that video, consider liking or subscribing to my channel. And if you didn't like it, do everything I just said, and then comment down below on how I could change it. Thanks for watching.